guys, and welcome back to my vlog. This is actually episode 6, I think. I'm still in New York City and spring is here. I said that last time too, but I'm so happy that it's getting warmer here actually. I forgot to tell you something last week, which was kind of interesting. I went to interview Richard Gere, and I was expecting it to be a very special meeting because I was actually meeting him at the Pretty Woman Hotel, which is in Beverly Hills. It's called the Beverly Wilshire, and that's apparently where he took Julia Roberts in the movie. What I didn't know, and I think no one else knew either, is that actually nothing was shot in that hotel. So when I asked Richard Gere about his experience and his feelings around being back and if it made him nostalgic, he told me this.
I've never been to this hotel before. What does it make you feel?
Well, you know, I don't think I've ever stayed here before. And I realized when I was checking in here, too, that I don't think I've ever been here.
Really?
No. And I've had people over the years tell me, oh, yeah, we stayed in the Pretty Woman suite at the Beverly Wilshire. And I said, we didn't shoot there. Which we
Really?
didn't. But they had apparently 4 or 5 suites that they would rent out as the Pretty Woman suite. And now they call it the Pretty Woman Experience.
Yeah, so that was kind of funny. And the guy sitting next to him is the director of the movie Norman, which was why I was interviewing Richard Gere in the first place. The director was, I didn't really have that much to talk to him about since I was more interested in Richard Gere, obviously. The funny thing was the director was more interested about talking about Pretty Woman than Richard Gere was. So
anyhow, enough of that. Norman.
Why? This is much more. I think I'm going through the Pretty Woman experience.
You're having it right now.
How many people have had a chance to be with Richard Gere at the Wilshire, at the Beverly Wilshire?
I don't know. Not that many, probably.
Well, I know of one. The Julia.
But that wasn't here.
So there is no suite? There is no Pretty Woman suite?
No.
That bathtub isn't upstairs?
No, that was a set. It was a built set that we did that was like really hotel stuff. Was at an abandoned hotel. I think it was the Ambassador it was called. Was that the name of it? Oh, you're too young. You don't know.
You're like, you know this.
The one in Wilshire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Richard is real.
Richard is real.
Sometimes.
Good. So you were real
Sometimes.
most of the time in that movie too.
So that was kind of an interesting and funny moment with Richard Gere, who I've been a big fan of for many years. I mean, who didn't like him in Pretty Woman and American Gigolo? Oh my God. So I kind of got the real Pretty Woman experience. Actually more real than Julia Roberts, according to the director. So that was kind of funny. Anyways, I haven't been interviewing anyone else this week here in New York. I've just been relaxing a little bit and, you know, doing other stuff because there's always work to do when you do what I'm doing. Yeah. So I got a few comments from you guys about what it's like to actually do these junket interviews, and I thought I was going to try to explain it as good as I can. So the setting of these interviews are usually in a hotel. It's either in a hotel in New York or Los Angeles usually, and it's set up like there's a lot of hotel rooms opened up, and in each hotel room there is a talent, which is the star of the movie or the stars of the movie. So they're all set up in different rooms, and there's a crew of camera people and sound people and publicists and people from the movie company sometimes, makeup artists, and all these people are in the room with the talent sitting there waiting. And that person is sitting in that dark room for up to like 7-8 hours that day, and journalists will pop in and out. And they all have like 4 to 5 minutes to talk to the person, and then they'll go out, and then the new person comes in. So for them to sit there and come up with amazing answers every time, that's pretty impressive. I mean, I got so much more respect for a lot of actors after you come in to an interview and then they give you these amazing, genuine answers. And you're like, oh my God, you probably must have answered that question 100 times already, but you're giving me an answer, even acting surprised that you got that question. So I have to say that is really, really hard. I also have to give a shout out to one of my subscribers that keep commenting on my videos. Her username is A Lovely Day for Love. And I just wanted to say to you, thank you so much for all your amazing support. You are just like an incredible human being. You're amazing, okay? So please keep spreading the love. And I also have to thank all of you guys for supporting me so much. You know, it means a lot to me that people come back and watch my vlogs, obviously, because otherwise there's no point making them if people don't watch them. So, but I'm still trying to get more subscribers. So you guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really, really helps me and it makes me so happy. So please subscribe if you haven't, share my videos, comment below if you have any questions for me. I know there's been a lot of questions lately, which I love because I think it's great that we can communicate like this. I'm so happy that I can kind of, you know, be able to inspire any of you guys if you're, you know, if you want to become a reporter or do other things in life that scares you. I think the best thing is always to do things that scares you. Do things that scares you every day. Earlier last week, I actually attended a panel where I was supposed to talk about following your dream and get your dream job. And it was the first time, I think ever, that I stood in front of an audience with a microphone. And I was so scared. And I was like, this is just something I have to do. Every time in school, when I was growing up, in high school, in college, and whatever, if we had to have a presentation, I would make sure that I was sick that day. I did not want to have a presentation. And it's funny because, you know, everyone thinks that, oh, because you're in front of a camera a lot, you're not shy, or you don't mind being in front of a lot of people. But that is not right, especially not for me. And the thing is, I was terrified of being on camera before I started this job. If I just saw a camera, I would freak out. So it's kind of funny and ironic that I ended up being on camera all the time. And it kind of took me a while to kind of get used to that idea. But now things are different, and I even stand here and talk into the camera just being by myself, which I find kind of the weirdest thing, but yeah, it's strange. So at the end of this interview, I thought, why not share my very first interview with you guys? That was something, it was actually with Jennifer Anderson back in, I think it was 2011. And we had such a lovely chat. And I was so inexperienced. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Because it's kind of funny to look back at old stuff and the way, you know, the way you do things back then. I don't know, maybe some of you have seen it already. It's on my channel. But here are some of my favorite moments from that interview.
FLA is my last name.
FLA? I don't know why I'm wondering what it is. Her name was just very interesting. Say it again.
My first name is Kjersti. Kjersti. Kjersti?
Do you have a short nickname?
I call myself Kjersti. Because,
okay, that's your name. Now I would not know. If I saw that, I'd go Kjersti Flaa.
Everyone does that.
Do they?
That's why I say Kjersti.
Kjersti.
Yeah.
You look like a Kjersti.
I do.
Pretty color purple.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh.
No. Oh, I just lost a button. Jesus, and it's the top one.
Oops.
Great. So what were you saying? Sorry. It's Norway, right?
Yeah. It's far away.
It's far away.
Yeah.
It's okay. My
You've
dad
never
won't
been
see
there.
it. I haven't been to Norway, but I will be. I would love to. So
Yeah,
what?
You should. Do you ever watch Friends when they show it on TV? Do you ever sit down?
I
and
have to
laugh?
say that when I'm channel surfing, whenever I do watch television, which is not often, but I do. If I see land on it, I do stop and watch. Absolutely.
Does it
Very
make you laugh?
nostalgic.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh. It always made me laugh.
Thanks again for coming back, and see you next time.